Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm here. Today is June 7th, 2020. I'm coming on to make an update. It's been a little bit of time since I made my last update. I thought I would make one this morning. I apologize. I didn't hop on this morning to make one, but I'm doing it now, so let's get started. Let's start, I guess, in this area. Yesterday we had a deeper earthquake. Maybe I don't think it's on the picture anymore. I think it's gone now. Oh, excuse me. But from that, excuse me for yawning. From that earthquake, the deeper earthquake, it was about, I think, like 530 kilometers deep. From that earthquake, we suggested that we would see more shallow earthquakes in the area, and they are. So we have a 5.0 in the Fiji area, 10 kilometers deep. We have, I believe, 2 here. Okay, this is a 5.7. It's probably shallow as well. When you have a deeper earthquake, you assume that higher magnitude earthquakes will come within the area or between 2 big earthquakes, and it'll be slightly higher in magnitude. So you hear the deep earthquake, I believe, was 5.0, and this is a 5.7, and it's shallow. 47 kilometers is not very deep. There's another one right next to it, a 5.8, and this is probably shallow as well. Yes, it is 40 kilometers deep. And we have one out here to the west, a 5.9. Excuse me again, yawning so much. And how many kilometers? 89 kilometers deep. Deeper, but not too deep. A deep earthquake would be considered probably 300 kilometers or more deep. Okay, so from this area, you might expect maybe another earthquake to come in the middle of the 2 within the next few days, and it'll probably be about a 5.7 as well, since both of these are higher magnitude earthquakes, 5.8 and a 5.7. That's a 5.9. You might probably assume that the one coming in here within the next few days is a 5.8. I'm trying to see if there's any other significant earthquakes here that I should talk about, but they're all in green, which signifies that, oh my gosh, I don't know why today is just one of those days that I keep yawning. Sometimes I make these videos and I yawn and I yawn and I yawn. Other days I'm completely fine. What gives? I don't know. These other earthquakes are in green, which signifies that they're lower. Sometimes they're important, even though they're lower, but I don't want to dissect anything yet. I told you guys that a couple days ago that we might be seeing a 4.5 in this Kuril Island area. As well as up into here. I told you that maybe Russia would see one inland, a 4.5. And that fits right into what I was thinking. And I told you guys also that the Bering Sea would be seeing a possible earthquake in this area. And this is a 4.1, and that, I believe, falls within the jurisdiction of what I said that the magnitude would be as well. Okay, now let's go up here and look at Alaska. Alaska would be the key, to understanding kind of what the energy is that's coming down into Canada and the USA. So let's just take a look. A 2.3 normal, 3.0 a little higher than normal, but it's still pretty normal. 2.1, 3.2, that's a low moderate earthquake. 2.0 normal. 2.0 normal, 2.1 normal. Any others? That's pretty much it. Did I get this one down there? 2.3, yeah. So not too much energy will be flowing into the United States and Canada, at least for the next 9 hours, I would say. We can still have activity down here that's energy that is already here. Let's just take a look what's going on. We have one coming in at 2.1, Northern California, right on the fracture zone, the line of where the San Andreas meets the Juan de Fuca fracture zone, right in between territory 2.1, but that's totally normal. Let's see what's going down down here. 2.3, 2.6, totally normal. We did see this area swarm the other day. But it looks like things have kind of restored and things are a little bit normal now. We've seen this area have some activity lately. 2.16 normal, 2.2 normal, 2.2 normal. We've seen this I don't know how to say this, Hawaii area swarm lately. We have a 3.5 and another 3.5. I would keep this area on radar. It seems like area we need to be watching maybe a little bit. Let's see what's going on up here. 2.3, and these are earthquakes coming from the aftershock. Oh, excuse me. Activity from Nevada's 5.6, or no, I'm sorry, I'm saying that wrong. 6.5 that they had about a month ago, and these little strangler earthquakes coming off of it are from that. So in general, you would want to watch the surrounding area. Anything is possible. A 3.3, 2.2. 3.3 is a little higher than normal, but it's pretty normal considering that this is an aftershock territory. But we are watching surrounding faults. Anything is possible, as well as down here in Hawaii. We want to watch that area too. Okay, so what I saw this morning that really was weird for me is that you had earthquakes pop up in a different part of, like, in northern Nevada. 2.1, that's pretty normal. It's a little unusual. The location is a little unusual. We don't see a lot of earthquakes in the area, but pretty normal. But then along the same trajectory line is what I call it, you see these two weird ones pop up. A 3.8 and a 3. Okay, so 1. Well, these were actually both 3.5s, but they downgraded and upgraded them, I guess. But what's funny is they happened at exactly the same time. 2:56 a.m. and a few hundred miles apart, at the same exact time, at 2:56, you've got this other 3.1. And what's weird is I've seen this happen before. Recently, 2 earthquakes with hundreds of miles in between. Oh, I'm so sorry. Pop up, and they pop up at the exact same time. They're the exact same magnitude, and the locations were actually, I would actually say there's 1,000 miles in between the two. And then, a couple hours later, they had a aftershock, and they popped up exactly the same time and the exact same magnitude again, and they were like 1,000 or more miles apart. It was very interesting to see. I don't know if it's just coincidence, but it's something that I put um into my mind to keep as something that, maybe a pattern that means something. What it means, I don't know. But I was actually concerned that Salt Lake City would see some activity today because it kind of forms a trajectory, and it seems like some energy, started out here and that went across, and these are earthquakes that indicate that the energy was traveling that way toward Salt Lake City. But Salt Lake City I've had under watch because I think it's due for a bigger one, especially with the earthquake that they just had a couple months ago in where are we? Let me see where I'm at. Oh, in Magna, which is out here. Magna is right here. A couple months ago, a 5.6, and if you go over this way to the Wasatch Fault mountain range, which is right here, along the mountain here, there is a extremely big fault, and it's possible of a 7.0 or larger magnitude earthquake, and it has been overdue for quite some time for activity. So I still have the area under watch because, the fault system in this general area seems a little unstable even still. So, and with those earthquakes kind of forming what I call a trajectory line, it kind of seems like it could possibly fall into the area to me. But nothing has happened. It's 8:34 p.m. Mountain Standard Time right now, and nothing has really happened. Another indication that energy is coming into Salt Lake City. Excuse me. I'm so sorry, you guys. I am just tired, I guess. Montana, if you have an earthquake in Montana, in Wyoming as well. Here's one in Wyoming. There was one in Montana. It's disappeared off the map now, but there was one. And when you have the two together, it sometimes seems like that's when activity pops up down in Salt Lake City, at least aftershock activity for the Magna area. What else can be said? Energy still seems to be moving across to the east. A 3.0 in Mexico. 2.8 in Texas. A 2.6 in Oklahoma. I talked about Texas possibly within the next couple years having a western earthquake. It seems like that could be the case. So there's been a lot of larger earthquakes out here in the North Atlantic Ocean. I was saying that there's a potential for it to move inland to the eastern states, which is very unusual, but it looks like that may not happen. It looks like the energy kind of dispersed and has gone away in different areas. But it could return. Things change so quickly. Here's a larger one in northern Peru, a 5.4, 110 kilometers deep. So in forecast, I would assume that this activity that is coming up right here is going to shift over. We might see a few more in this area within the next couple days. I assume that okay, so no, I don't think Alaska's gonna get too much. I don't think they're gonna get significant energy for the next little bit. Everything looks pretty normal. In general, in summary, this area swarmed the other day. kind of have my eye on that area. Where's the highway area? Let's see. Here we go. This area has been swarming. Have my eye on that area. In general, the faults out here could be unstable, but they look pretty stable. And the biggest thing that I'm putting my eyes onto and watching is that there's this weird energy coming over and to the east, and looks like it could be coming through Salt Lake City. It's just weird that there's these random earthquakes popping up in the area. That's a little strange. In summary, that is the conclusion of today's forecast. I'm sorry that I've been a little bit tired in this video. I wanted to make a video though before it popped or the dots disappeared from my map. Yeah, I'm a little tired though, so I wanted to wait and do it, but I didn't want the dots to disappear. So I'll be back later, and until the next update, I hope everybody is having a good day. Subscribe if you would like to follow along for new daily updates, and everybody have a good day. Bye.